Hey everyone, Sam here from Silly Stories for Kids. Guess what? Here's another story made up on the spot just for you. We hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's go. One day, 3 little kids named Hamish, Charlie and Tom were all sitting at home. Now, they were in the toy room and they were going through their normal toys, looking for which one they would play with next, when all of a sudden, Charlie pulled something out of the middle. "Hey, where did this toy come from?" he said. "I don't know," said Hamish. "I've never seen it before." What is it?" said Tom. As Charlie lifted the toy out from the middle of all the other toys, they could see it was some kind of funny-looking robot. "Oh, this looks like fun. What do you want to play?" Let's play Robot Battle Destruction," said Hamish. "Good idea." So they picked up the robot and they started to roll it out into the middle of the room. "Hey, look, it's got some kind of button in the middle," said Charlie. So the boys decided they should definitely push the button. They placed the robot in the middle of the floor, and then Tom reached down and pressed the button in the middle of the robot. "Beep, beep, 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 beep." "Wow," said Hamish. "It's making noises. And look, there's lights. Hey, it's got eyes," said Tom. "I am Dancebot 7000, it said. "Dancebot? What does that mean?" "I like to dance. Watch me," it said. And all of a sudden, the robot started dancing around the room. The boys thought it was funny at first, as it wiggled and it shook and it did all these funny, crazy little dance moves. Then, all of a sudden, the dancing got a little bit out of control. "I am the best dancer in the whole world. Watch this. Dance, dance, dance." And as the Dancebot 7000 started to dance, it began to start knocking things over. "Uh-oh," said Tom. "Quick, grab it." Hamish tried to race over to grab it. "No, can't catch Dancebot," said Dancebot, as Dancebot started to dance and wiggle and roll around on the ground. Then, all of a sudden, its arms started to change. They went from normal robot arms into helicopter propeller robot arms. All of a sudden, it lifted into the air and it was still dancing. As it was dancing around the room, it was knocking over more and more things. It was knocking things off shelves and onto the floor, and it was crashing into all the places within the room. The boys decided that they needed to do something. "We got to catch this thing," said Hamish. "Yes," said Charlie, "but how?" Work together," said Tom. So as they were running around the room, they chased, and then Tom dove across and pressed the button in the middle of Dancebot. Dancebot dropped down to the ground. "Whoa," said the boys. "What just happened?" "You met Dancebot," said a voice. "Who said that?" said the boys. All of a sudden, out from behind one of the doors stepped a purple fuzzy creature. "Hello, it is me, the Pim Pim," said Pim Pim. Pim Pim? Where did you come from?" "Well, I see that you have found my Dancebot." "Yeah," said the boys. It was wrecking our room." "I know, isn't he so much fun?" said Pim Pim. "Let's go put him somewhere else." No," said the boys. "Don't do that." "Come on," said Pim Pim as he picked up Dancebot and ran out of the toy room. "Pim Pim," yelled the boys, "come back here." Pim Pim raced out the front door and put Dancebot down on the ground. "You should see him dance outside. Okay, Dancebot, go! Dancing mode!" Pim Pim pressed the button on Dancebot again. "I am Dancebot 7000. "And I am the Pim Pim. Hello, Dancebot. Can I dance with you?" Okay, the Pim Pim," said Dancebot. And Pim Pim and Dancebot started dancing in the middle of the street. "Well, at least he's outside," said Hamish. "He can't cause too much trouble." "Yeah," said Charlie. "He can't knock anything over out here." "Pim Pim," said Dancebot. Yes, the Dancebot." "Can you press my overdrive button?" "Oh, overdrive," said Pim Pim. "No, Pim Pim, that sounds like a bad idea," said Tom. "No, that sounds like a very fun, dancey idea. Okay, dance overdrive, here we go!" Pim Pim reached across and pressed a button on Dancebot's shoulder. All of a sudden, something very strange happened. "Dancebot into overdrive." As the boys were watching, Dancebot got bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden, on his shoulders appeared 2 giant speakers, and on his feet appeared some roller skates. Then, flashing lights started coming out of a belt on his waist. "Dancebot 7000 into overdrive." The boys were running around. "What do we do now?" yelled Tom. "I don't know," said Charlie. "This is getting out of control." "Oh dear," said Hamish. "What have we done?" "We have made the best dance party ever," said Pim Pim. "Hey, Dancebot, can I come do the dancing?" "Pim Pim can come for Dancebot dance party in overdrive." Dancebot started doing breakdancing, but not your normal kind of breakdancing. It was break everything kind of dancing. He started dancing around in the middle of the street, kicking over cars, flattening letterboxes, crashing into trees. The boys were very, very worried. But Pim Pim was very, very excited. "I can do it," said Pim Pim. "Look at me. Okay." Pim Pim was trying to copy the dance moves of Dancebot. He was bumping into things as well and yelling at the top of his voice. "I am the Pim Pim. I have all the dance moves." Went Dancebot. "Oh dear," said the boys. "How are we ever going to stop this thing?" I don't know," said Charlie. "Me either," said Tom. "We are in big trouble," said Hamish. They watched as Pim Pim and Dancebot went dancing off down the street, knocking over everything. "All right," said Charlie. "I think the first thing that we've got to do is try and catch him. Quick, grab the bikes." So the boys all grabbed their bikes and started riding off down the street after Pim Pim and Dancebot. As they were getting closer, they could hear all the cars tooting their horns. "I wonder what's happening," said Tom. As they got closer, there was Dancebot in the middle of the road with lots and lots of cars trying to go through the middle of the intersection, and Pim Pim and Dancebot were doing something ridiculous.
"I am Dancebot. I can do funny dances. Watch me dance,"
said Dancebot as he started spinning on his head. Pim Pim was trying to stand on Dancebot's feet as he was spinning around in circles. "I am the Pim Pim. Watch me do the spinny dance. I do the spinny dance on the spinning robot," said Pim Pim. And Pim Pim tried to spin around on Dancebot's spinning feet. It was very ridiculous. The cars were all stopped and tooting their horns. "Let us through! Yeah, I've got to get to work! Come on, out the way!" yelled a lady from her car. "Oh dear," said the boys. "Well, at least we've caught up to them. What should we do?" I reckon we need to try and press one of those buttons on Dancebot." "Good idea," said Charlie. "Let's go!" So the boys rode their bikes and tried to sneak in close to Dancebot. As they got closer, Dancebot's eyes lit up like disco balls.
"You are trying to stop Dancebot? No, I will turn on extra dance mode,"
said Dancebot. And as he said it, the music got louder, the lights got flashier, and the disco ball eyes started to spin around in circles. As they did, sparkly light went everywhere through the intersection. "What is going on?" said Tom. And as the sparkly light hit the people in their cars, something strange began to happen. They turned off their cars, and they got out, and they started to dance. In no time at all the people from all the cars were in the middle of the intersection dancing with the Dancebot 7000 and with Pim Pim. The boys looked. "Quick, cover your eyes," said Tom. "I brought some sunglasses," said Charlie. Tom, Hamish and Charlie all put on their sunglasses to stop themselves being hit by the special dance mode sparkles. As they watched, they tried to decide what to do. "All right, we need to get closer. I think I can see the button," said Charlie. "All right," said Tom. "Give it a go." Charlie tried to sneak in past all the sparkly lights. He got close enough to Dancebot and he pressed the button. "Thank goodness," said the boys. "We're
"Ultra extra overdrive engaged!"
yelled Dancebot.
"Mega Dancebot!"
All of a sudden, Dancebot got bigger again. Then his feet opened up, and tiny little Dancebots started coming out from his feet. In no time at all, there were Dancebots everywhere. There was... "How many are there?" said Tom. "I think there's..."
"Dancebots 7,000!"
yelled Dancebot.
"Watch me do headstand!"
Dancebot started spinning around. "Hello, it is me, the Pim Pim. I'm going to dance with all the Dancebots at the same time. Okay, dancey buddies. Okay, come over here," yelled Pim Pim. And all the little Dancebots moved over to where Pim Pim was. "What have we done?" said the boys. "I think we've activated the most dangerous Dancebot in the whole entire world." The boys were shaking their heads and very confused. "I don't know what to do," said Tom. "Me either," said Charlie. "Oh dear," said Hamish. "I guess maybe we just dance?" "Okay," said the boys. So they started to dance along with all the tiny little Dancebots and all the people from the cars and Pim Pim and the Dancebot 7000. As they all danced together, it was so much fun. And the more that they danced, the more people came out of their houses. In no time at all the people from all the houses around were coming out, and there was a giant dance party in the middle of the street. Just then, the boys could hear some sirens. "Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo." "Uh-oh," they said. "Is that..." 2 police cars pulled up at the intersection. "Now we're really in trouble," said Hamish. As the police officers got out of their car, they started walking towards the chaos. "What is going on here?" said one of the police officers. "Yeah, you can't block the intersection like this. Do you have a permit?" The kids looked. "Uh-oh, what happens now?" "What is going on?" yelled one of the police officers. "This is crazy." The boys looked, And there was Pim Pim standing in the middle of the chaos. His eyes got really big, so big that they almost looked like disco balls. And then he said something.
Did somebody say crazy?
Pim Pim started spinning around, blasting off everything. But as he went ridiculously crazy, he started bumping into all the tiny little Dancebots. And as he did, he was bouncing them in different directions. They'd bounce off cars and chairs and all sorts of things until they ended up back inside the Dancebot shoe. In no time at all, Pim Pim had somehow rounded up all of the Dancebots back into the giant Dancebot shoe. Said Pim Pim, and as he went, he spun around Dancebot. He spun and he spun, and as Dancebot was spinning, trying to watch Pim Pim, it looked like, is Dancebot getting dizzy? Said Hamish. I think so, said Charlie. Keep going, said Pim Pim. Let's keep yelling it. Hey, Pim Pim, crazy!
Did somebody say double crazy?
Said Pim Pim. It was insane. And as he was spinning, Dancebot seemed to get overly dizzy, and then he fell to the ground. Now's our chance, yelled the boys. They raced in and started pressing every button they could on Dancebot. As they pressed, some things made him bigger, some things made him smaller, some things made him spin really, really fast, and some things seemed to turn the music up to 11 until eventually he turned back into a little toy robot. What just happened? Said Tom. I don't know, said Charlie, but we better get out of here. Quick, grab Dancebot. So they quickly scooped up Dancebot and started running off down the street back towards their house. As they were running away, all the people from the cars were starting to come back to their senses. They were looking at each other with very funny faces. I wasn't just dancing in the middle of the street, was I? No, I wasn't either, said another lady. I was, said one of the kids from one of the cars. It was fun. The police looked around and they helped everybody back into their cars and then looked around to try and see where the purple fuzzy creature had gone. But for some reason, he had disappeared as well. The boys quickly raced back home. Hey, there's one more button on the back of this thing that we didn't press. Oh, I don't think we should press it, said Tom. Maybe, said Hamish. Look what it says. It says it's the Fix It button, said Charlie. Do we try? Pim Pim appeared in front of the boys.
Yes, you should definitely press the Fix It button.
Should we trust you, Pim Pim?
Well, most often no, but this time it would definitely be helpful.
Okay, they said. So, Charlie pressed the Fix It button on the back of the Dancebot.
Fix It Bot 27,000,
said Dancebot. Fix It Bot? Then he started zooming around in every direction, going back to everything that he'd broken and knocked over and putting it all back together. In less than 3 seconds, he had blasted around the entire neighbourhood and repaired everything that he had destroyed. Then he flew back to the boys who caught him, and then he powered down. The boys walked back in their front door. They waved goodbye to Pim Pim, and as they walked into the lounge room, their mum was standing there. Wow, boys, she said. That is a really cool looking toy. What does it do? Well, said Hamish, I don't think you'd believe me, even if I told you. And that is the end of the story.
This episode is brought to you by Dancebot 7000. Boop, 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 boop. The best for all of your dance parties. I can turn into any kind of dancing machine. We have disco ball, whoa, 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 and all the flashing lights. Dancebot, Dancebot. We hope you have enjoyed the silly stories for kids. Make sure to leave a review wherever you find your podcast and share it with all of your friends. This has been me, Dancebot.
And me, Sam. We'll see you soon.